Right here. Okay, so yes, sorry about that. I am back once again. Right then, only 3 armies can be formed this time. Interesting. Who could actually form an army? That's important to see. Who can form an army? Right, the Winchester Militia will be there shortly. They do need to get to Harper's Ferry as soon as absolutely bloody possible. So I suppose I'll be able to see who I'll be able to form army. Ah, okay, so we can form an army with Beauregard. So that's pretty good, actually. Okay. Right. Replacements. We receive the Carter's Cavalry. Basically here. Or new. Okay. Right-o. Virginia succeeds from the Union. Okay. Right, some of your ships might smuggle cotton bales to foreign ports. You gained 50 money, I guess, maybe? Who knows? Right then, so we do have a lot of cash, but we have not too much in the way of war supplies. But we are able to... Are we not active in this region yet? I don't believe we can actually recruit anything in this region yet. So that kind of sucks. I would love to recruit some militia. How much is this? Confederate gunboats, 2 conscripts, 20 war supply, and 45 days. Well, obviously the 30 cash too. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Don't really have any other options at the moment. So I believe we will have to save the turn here. And I will have to bring this session to an end fairly shortly. Well, fairly soon. As I need to be sure that the sound levels and everything like that is actually quite good for you guys. And yes. I don't particularly have that much time today. I've been out most of the day, actually. Dun 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 dun. I missed the... Bloody hell, that turn went quickly. Indeed it did. That was a quick turn. That was a bloody quick turn. Right then, what has happened? Confederate states seem to be... Well, yes. Okay. Anything interesting? Ooh, received a 6-pounder gun over here. Somewhere. Ah, we have some supplies here too. Right then. Ah, fantastic. We managed to reach here. That's absolutely critical, to be honest. Could I make it to Friedrich? Or Fredericktown? Friedrichtown. I want to say Friedrich because of Germans, but it's probably Frederick. Fredericktown, yes. Now that would be quite a little goal there. Not the little prize. Riverine movement. So it's going to be 10 days either way then. If I was to force march these poor lads, how long would it possibly take? It would be 8 days. Now that's very important actually. If I can get there in 8 days, how many men is this? This is only 450 men. But if I can get these 450 men into Friedrichtown and sever these rails if I need to, I will have my... I'll have my beachhead, I should say. Right then, so we have the army of the Potomac, Interesting. So, Beauregard has been assigned over here, still 323. We have Holmes, which is 412. 537, now that is pretty nice. And 321. He's pretty good actually. And he does have entrenches, so he's going to be quite useful. He does lead the strongest force there, so that's fantastic. I'll accept that. I'll count my blessings on that one then. Right, so we have Joseph E. Johnston. He is a 321. We have Stonewall, a 633. That's pretty good actually. It's about middle ground. It's pretty decent. A 433 is a forager, which is quite nice, and we have a 423. It's okay. It's okay. I like the 6. I like the 6s though. I do need to take this fortress. Well, this fort. I can do it in time though. It's just the fact that it's a little bit of pain and it provides a harbour for the Union forces, and I really don't want them to have any chance. Ah, we also captured Norfolk. Yes, okay. Beautiful. Is there the event here? Okay. United States Armory and Arsenal at Harper's Ferry abandoned. Union troops pulled out of the armory at Harper's Ferry, but not before setting fire to it. Locals were able to put out the fire and preserve most of the weapon-making machinery for the CSA. Right then, the steel mill. When war began, the South had almost no armament industry. As Chief of Ordnance for the Confederacy, Josiah Golgus built an extraordinary system of acquisition, manufacture and distribution of arms and ammunition, and vigorously pursued all avenues of blockade running. His leadership and genius for organization provided a great boost to Southern industrial capacity. Arkansas has succeeded from the Union, so has Tennessee, which is fantastic. That's actually pretty nice. I don't think they do that so early every time. So I'm not too sure. That could be quite early. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm glad to have Tennessee, though. What forces do we actually have in the area? We don't particularly have too much, but right, so we're not able to enter this region as of yet, which is kind of a shame. Right, we do have some gunboats at New Madrid, which is quite useful. Can't move them. Oh, we can move them up, actually. So that's fantastic. Okay. I'm going to go to St. Louis, actually. There is the Mississippi Fleet there, actually. So I think I'll just stay near Alexander Cairo or Cairo, whatever you want to call it. Okay. We have a Vicksburg squadron here. We'll basically send them over to St. Louis. And we can try and bombard, or at least try and prevent any troops from being able to cross the river. Or at least try. I do like this music, actually. I'm going to get really into it by the end. Okay, we have the Mississippi Squadron. Okay. Right then, so we have our God Commander. And I would like to recruit some cavalry for you. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we'll recruit 2 units there, as that's the amount he can lead. Fantastic. Do we have any supplies in the area? We do have these supplies over here, but I could do with them being... actually, no, they do have their supplies as well. So from Koroniv. We'll send them there. They'll be there in 7 days. It does use a bit of our rail pool, which is absolutely incredibly precious. But oh well. Speaking of the pooled resources, i.e. war supplies, I do need to check something, but I will look at that in the next couple of moments. Still not available yet. You will be ready, though, in 7 turns. I will be ready for you. Okay, let's check some of these. President Davis assigns General Beauregard to newly form an army of the Potomac in Virginia. Okay, the CSA mobilizes her main eastern army near Richmond. Okay. I'm saying okay a lot, and I really should stop saying okay. We do have the Virginia Squadron as well, which is quite nice. Whoops. We do have a frigate. We have 2 frigates. We have the Plymouth and the Germantown, which is quite important, actually. But we did capture Norfolk, which is incredibly important, as we did gain access to these heavy guns. Now, these are basically siege guns. They're fantastic. And some 20-pounder artillery, some supplies, naval engineers. Now, basically, these guys speed up construction and repairs, which is quite nice. Right, then. And we did capture the hull, actually. I'm trying to find the... There we go. Here's the event. Right. The Unions hastily pull out from Norfolk Naval Yard, the largest naval station in the country, has provided quite a boost for it, along with dock facilities, 2,000 cannons of various caliber, tons of gunpowder and supplies are salvageable. There is the hull of the US Mimarack, which was burned and sunk, but could be raised. We have some ideas for this. Interesting. So that could be the Virginia, the ironclad Virginia. How long will you be here? Probably quite a few turns. But yes, we do have access to these cannons, which is actually fantastic. Now, I could leave this militia, though Norfolk does have a garrison, and it's a decent garrison, so I suppose we'll go out. Right, so this harbour is being blockaded by the enemy. So we could definitely do with taking this fortress over here, Fort Monroe, which is... it's pretty important, actually. We'll see what forces we could potentially muster. Ooh, Manchester. Okay. So I'm going to need, let's see, We'll take a general. We have no other general there, so I'll take 2 generals, and that should be sufficient. We'll send these forces over here, as we are going to have to be careful as Manassas is very much threatened. So we're going to build some defensive works in Manassas, which will be good. We're going to increase the amount of demonstrations in possibly Montgomery, but Essex is available. Rockland. Okay. Interesting. York. Ha. Newcastle. Brilliant. Ah, so the rails have been destroyed here, so I believe this is actually by the demonstrations, which is insanely good! Oh my god, at Baltimore, that's absolutely insane. That's going to stop some troops coming through, that's absolutely incredible. So if I can do that over here as well, if these demonstrations could potentially destroy the rail lines, that would be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we do have a supply unit over here as well, fantastic. I'm going to say fantastic quite a lot, and it's going to get quite annoying. Right then, so let's see what forces that we can actually recruit then. This is the Mid-Atlantic region. We could recruit some Marines, we could recruit a Confederate infantry, basically battalion, brigade, I'm not entirely sure. But that is 30 war supply. We could actually recruit a good number of these, that's quite good. So that's infantry, and these men. Interesting. I really don't know anything about them. If you guys are aware of what these guys are, then please just feel free to tell me, because I have no idea. So we have 8 6-pounder guns, and we have 8 12-pounder guns. We do have some cavalry too. So these are pretty damn important things. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll raise 2 of them, which is quite nice actually to begin with. I usually never have enough to do that. We could raise some more Confederate infantry. But I do need some cannon, actually. So we'll increase the amount of cannon that we have as it's going to become... Well, actually, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do instead is if we go into our options over here... where is it? Do I not have options like that yet? Ooh, you have to replace quite a lot. Right, so we'll spend cash and conscripts on this, oh dear. We'll spend it on what's going to be needed. If we can build up quite the little reservoir of troops, that'd be quite good. Heavy artillery we don't need. Field artillery and light artillery. We only need like 1 of those, so there we go. Fantastic. So conscripts is going to be very, very, very tight. Okay. So we'll march down here. 7 days, or yeah, 9 days is fine. Get these forces over here. 11 days. Yes. So basically what I want to do is I want to take Fort Monroe, and that should secure us over here, and prevent the Union from getting at us with their naval forces, which is going to be quite important for us. Okay, right then, so I do want... Well, I can't actually afford it. I would have liked to have raised a militia force over there, but I can't, so that's a shame. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Moving the Mississippi Squadron, we are moving north. So the Arkansas Cavalry Squadrons. There we go. Arkansas Cavalry. So that'll be 1,200 cavalrymen led by J.O. Shelby. He is pretty fucking impressive. No? Next up to stack. Okay, whatever. Right, so we do have these forces actually. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, God, no. What's going on? Okay. These forces do need to be moved up to the front line as they are quite viable. Then again, they could be moved. The Army of Northern Virginia. They could be used to try and take St. Louis, and I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually. So moving by rail would take 161 days. I will let them do that, because if we can get some actual forces up north, then that would be quite valuable. I'm tempted to send the cannon to the north, though, which I think I will do. It will slow these troops down, won't it? So we'll be able to compare what the movement is soon. Right then, so we'll send this cannon to the front. We'll send it to Manassas. There we go. 38 days. These troops now will be at their final destination. Bloody hell. In 161 days still? Really? Okay, let's try that again. We'll try that again. We'll see what it's like without the cannon. Unless it's just the same. We'll see. No. Ah, oh, bugger it. Where the fuck are you guys? There we go. Okay, so from 168 days to 80 days. 118 days. So you can definitely see how that's affected their speed, so that's quite important. They could be led by Shelby, or if I could get some more Brigadier Generals, that would be fantastic. So we do have these forces in the north as well, which would be quite important. But we do have our initial hold on Harper's Ferry, which is quite good. The fact that these rail lines have been destroyed is absolutely insanely good. That's so good for us right now. I can't convey how good that is. So yes, fantastic. These will move down there. We'll take Fort Monroe. We should secure Richmond. Well, the entrance. Okay, Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay. What is this? Kansas has succeeded. Okay, fantastic. So we do have these forces here. Yep, Shelby. Okay. Do we have any other commanders I am missing? I can't see any yet. I would love to bring these Indian forces on side. That would be quite nice. A little bit more force for us. But as you can see, we do have a lot of cash. It's really good. And if we see here, we only have 2% inflation. It basically gives us a really nice buffer to work with. Let's see. You can't be made a general as of yet, neither can you. Well, you already are a general. An army leader. Looking forward to when we can actually use the corps. That would be lovely. So what we'll do then is we shall save here. Do we have any decisions? We could go for... Do we not have any... No, we don't. Okay. I was hoping that we could go for some conscriptions or basically... increase our number of conscripts, but I guess not. We do need more war supply. Requisitions could be nice, but I'll not use that yet. Outposts would be quite useful. Would give us somewhere to hold up. Roads, not particularly useful. I do need to open some trails, actually. I do need to open some trails to get to St. Louis. Where's St. Louis? It's somewhere. Somewhere over here. Ah, here we go. Okay. Opening trail. No, there's not too much I could do there, is there? I could open a trail between here, though. That would speed things up. So we'll open a trail here. And, one here if it speeds up movement. Okay. We don't really have any roads or trails over here, so that kind of sucks. Other than that, I think we should be fine. A landmine. That's going to be quite useful when we're besieging something. Okay, the defensive works will be finished in 3 turns. Entrenched troops better and increases the amount of loyalty, so fantastic. So what I'll do then is I'll save here then. And we shall advance, and then I'll bring this session to a close. It's already been something like an hour. Apparently I just tend to waffle on really long without realizing, so I'm sure you guys absolutely love that by now. Okay, not touching the mouse. Hopefully it won't crash, because if it crashes it's going to be really fucking annoying. Bloody hell, those turns go so quickly. Right, so it does look as though we've had some kind of engagement at Harper's Ferry. From the looks... Okay, let's take a quick look what's going on here. Right then, so troops have crossed here. We are facing a US Marine Corps. We are going to hold up here. Fuck off that you took control of that. That's bullshit. I should have just kept them here then, apparently. We're going to stay here then. We need to hold this. North Carolina has succeeded from the Union. Fantastic. So we now have clear access here. So that's absolutely fantastic. Lincoln's first inaugural address. Fine. Okay, General's Division. We'll have to organize the army. Right, I don't really have any other reinforcements I can send you right now. There is a force here, regular artillery and supply. We do have a force here which will be quite useful. Okay, some forces in the area. We do need to take Lewisburg just to take control. I do have this reserve in Richmond, which I'm going to send actually to Harper's Ferry, if I can. Because that will be useful. That will be very, very useful. Right, 15 days by that. Right, 15 days is good for me. So I'll have them connect up here. Fair enough. Right then, the force is being trained over here. Now, this will be quite a sizable force. That should be about that should be a couple thousand men, really. We'll take a look here. This is similar in size. And it is almost, it's like 2,790 men. It should be like 3,000 men when it's fully complete. So you can see that's going to be quite a lot of men that we're just producing there, which is going to be very, very, very important. Right then, so we do have some things to reinforce, which we're going to do. Reinforcing is top priority for most of the time, sorry. Okay, there we go. 8 turns on the Ironclad in Norfolk, Virginia. Right, 1 turn for each of the cavalry units in Arkansas. That's going to be quite useful. Okay, so our forces have linked up here, and they are well led, or decently led. You have some supplies. You only have about 1,654 men, which is impressive. Like, where's the other men coming from? Is it here? No, 60. How many men do you have? Oh! Wow, that's impressive. There's like 1,000 men in this. That's pretty damn impressive. Interesting. Okay. This force will be sent to Monroe to help deal with that. Yeah, you do have a decent amount of men here. What are your trades? You have Surpriser and Deceiver. That would be quite useful. So I do want to take Monroe to ensure the security of Richmond, as I do not want to be invaded by the sea. Okay. Rightio. A lot of things going on here then. I would love to know what you guys think so far, and I would love to know what you think of the game so far. Obviously, yeah, we will get into the meat of the game fairly soon, probably tomorrow. I just need to hear back from you guys on what you think, and what do you think of the music levels, too loud, too quiet. What does the microphone sound like? I'm using my pop shield and it's on a boom, so maybe it sounds different. I'm slightly closer to the microphone. Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Am I too... something or other. Anyway. Thank you for watching, guys, so far, and until next time, I can't wait to get back to this game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you guys are as well. It's going to be an absolute blast, and there are other series that will be started. Namely, I was thinking of playing more Darkest Hour, and instead of doing something normal, I believe I will play Germany in Darkest Hour. I know Germany. Oh, who's never played Germany? Ah, exactly. But I think I will go for the communist Germany on the day of decision, which should be quite interesting. I mean, I could go Stalinist and align myself with the Soviet Union, or I could go Leninist or Trotsky, basically the Menshevik sort of communism, and create my own national. Is it national? I can't remember. But basically, communist Germany. I would love to know what you guys think about that idea. It could be quite interesting. I'll have to see what the mods are available for the current patch of Darkest Hour. So yes, right guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. So do remember, if you have enjoyed this, you can always go ahead and subscribe. And all that other stuff and nonsense that like YouTubers and crap say. I'm terrible at outros, you'll learn this. I waffle on, as I do not know when to shut up. So, yes, goodbye guys. Until next time.